Max himself would not be able to describe his condition. The first half of the day it seemed to him that he was okay. He was not possessed neither by hatred nor by any tiny anger, but after 3 or 4 hours the recoil abruptly manifested itself in the form of an instantly appeared deep apathy and the absence of any sort of desires. And the most shocking thing was that he even lost the craving for work, although it was something really incredible. As a result, he left the office long before the end of the working day, but instead of heading home immediately, he turned to the opposite direction and drove aimlessly through the city until late at night, noticing only the road in front of him and the signs, but not the places he was passing by. Even now he felt neither rage nor despair, and he knew perfectly why. This time he really got attached and earnest, loved someone as he never loved before, and betrayal was a blow for him that he couldn't overcome by sheer willpower. His soul, once completely closed, had opened to the limit, and now was suffering so badly that even the indignation could not block this loveliest agony. He came back home shortly before the midnight. By that time he was totally downcast and absolutely gone into the bottomless pool of the universal sadness. In the end, he found himself having at least one desire, to get drunk to death, and for this purpose he headed to the kitchen, where he kept in one of the rarely opened cabinets a whole battery of all kinds of alcoholic masterpieces, which at different times and for different reasons were given to him by his friends and colleagues. He managed to drain only half a glass of tart French cognac when there was a loud knock on the door. Someone was obviously itching very much, since they didn't bother to use the doorbell. For some reason, Max decided that something had happened with his neighbors. A possible Todd's visit seemed to him absolutely unreal after the incriminating morning meeting. And that's why he opened the door without thinking, without even watching through the peephole. Seeing the visitor, he tried to close the door in the same imperturbable manner, but unfortunately, or fortunately, the attempt was unsuccessful. Todd nimbly clung to the edge of the door and immediately flew into the apartment like a pale, frightened whirlwind that would have made anyone tense, but not Max, who was petrified both in soul and body. Please, just allow me to explain. That was the only thing Todd was hoping for, peering in horror in Sherman's empty, exhausted face. It's not what you think. I guess you're happy now. Max didn't even seem to hear his words. He was unspeakably amazed by the fact that Todd even dared showing his face after what he did. Did you take enough pictures while I was sleeping? Or maybe even installed a camera somewhere? Good work. You're so resourceful. I wouldn't have suspected anything. So, when are you going to strike? Max, please. For the first time, Todd really felt sick. Yes, I deceived you, but I didn't mean anything bad. Shut up, you bastard. Max snapped. He didn't shout, but he spoke with such fury that Todd's breath was taken away. You trampled me into the mug. Congratulations. I always knew that the Fillmore family hated us, but what to this extent? What the hell did I do to you? Get out. He turned and went to the depth of the apartment, but Todd didn't let him get far. He caught him up and slammed his back into the wall, holding with force by the shoulders. It was not possible to keep calm any more. He had already exhausted all the limits of his endurance, having spent more than 7 hours waiting at Max's entrance. "Do you want to know what you did to me?" Out of fear of losing Max, he broke down himself, without forgetting, however, his main goal. "You drove me crazy 9 years ago. That's what you did. 9 years. 9. "What are you talking about?" Max tried to push him away, but didn't manage from the first attempt. "You've already tricked me on all fronts. Is it not enough for you? You should have accumulated enough compromising material by now."